Hello my friends, I am G Hondo and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD Season 2. This is episode 68. In episode 67, we were given this steel mission here that I was just finishing setting up when we ran out of time. The difficulty I can see with this one, I've just done a quick road trip for it because it's the mill's right here. But we're already using this mill for a goods mission, like a steel to this factory here for goods that get then sent onwards. Actually, no, I'm sorry, no. We're not actually taking the goods, we're just sending it there for steel, so we definitely don't have to worry about it as much as I thought. That's good, actually. I was misremembering. I thought that we were then taking goods from here to complete something else, but we aren't, so this is not a problem at all. So what we can do then, if I can find the actual train, this guy here, let's make sure he is, okay, it is not set for full load either. Okay, so that's good. So what'll happen is whenever either of these vehicles arrive, they'll just take whatever's there. But so it's very possible sometimes one of them will leave empty, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. Anyway, let's get rolling here. And we can actually just pop this out and replace it with this guy, because that's also a road vehicle we can watch over our cute little bridge here. Okay, so there is a little bit of steel here for us, so he'll take that. And with this being such a short trip, it'll actually probably get the steel more often than the train will anyway, just because it's going to be here more often. But that's fine. And it doesn't really want all that much anyway, so this mission should complete relatively quickly. And this vehicle itself will probably still be profitable, even if it makes a few empty runs. This will definitely make this train here less profitable, having less steel to haul, but it'll be okay. I'm convincing myself it'll be okay. So, anyway. Well, it looks like the train's going to get it this time, because it got there first. So this truck will arrive empty. Can we increase the amount of ore that we're hauling? Well, it looks like it's already going to be full, or close enough to. Because this production, it's not bad, but it's not great. There's not really much we can do to improve it unless there's another iron mine nearby, and I'm just taking a quick pan across the map here, and I'm not seeing anything. No, I don't think there is. No, that's okay. We'll just go with it as is. Like I say, they will have to share their steel, which is not ideal, but it's certainly a lot easier than hauling it all the way here. Although, like I say, because we're no longer doing this mission, I could even just tell this train to just sit in the depot and wait until it comes up again. But I'd rather just leave it running, even if it's less profitable. It'll still be easier. Because I know what'll happen is, you know, because with my terrible memory, I'll get a new mission for that factory to deliver steel, which actually is, in fact, is still on right now. But I can foresee what would happen is, you know, that mission's gone, later it comes back. I'd look over here and say, oh, okay, I've already got a train here. I don't need to do anything, I would just ignore it. Meanwhile, the train would be sitting in the depot for years and years and years, never doing anything. But anyway, yes, so we are actually using the exact same iron ore source for both of these missions, which is not ideal, but anyway, it's okay. As long as this iron mine keeps its production even decent in the 50-60 range, we should be okay. Alright, that's fine. That will be fine. In terms of other missions, I don't know that any of these are likely to be finishing anytime soon. I think this episode may end up being a bit of a grind, actually. We have a couple in the, you know, the mid-70s or low 70s range, but even that's not likely to be finishing soon. Now, what I can do, let's just see if there is another iron mine somewhere around here that I'm just not seeing. one down here, one over here, and one way up here. It's definitely not ideal. And there's none near that other mill either. So I don't think we're allowed to carry iron ore by air yet. Nope. So with that range, I'd kind of like to do that by a plane if I could, but... Or even by boat. If there was an iron mine near the coast here, I could just sail it across, but it doesn't look like that's the case either, so... No, it's okay. We'll just work with this. It'll be okay. It'll just take a while. But it's fine. We'll just let it go. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. They'll just grind along, that's fine. This one over here, again, it's another iron mission. And this mine here is very, very nearly empty. Next nearest one being way over here, or way over here. Neither of which are very ideal either. Don't like that very much. Now, this one here is a low amount, so I guess it might finish relatively soon. That's the stuff coming in by truck. So they're hauling 27 at a time. Looks like I have 2 or 3. No, looks like 3 trucks doing it. Okay. So that's 81 per full trip, i.e. 1 trip for all 3 vehicles. It wants 1,200. That's basically 400 every 5 full trips. Okay, so I think they got about 5 full trips to go, or pretty close to. That's not that bad. If I leave the speed up, we should be either done that or very close to in this episode, so that'd be alright. Definitely faster than that one's going to be. That one's going to take a while. But the amounts it's asking for are getting pretty huge. So, yeah, so as long as this coal mine stays decent, and so far it is, we should be okay to get this mission cleaned out pretty quick. Oh, it must have been because it was on a corner. I was looking at this going, I wonder why it's allowing me to have had a train and a road cross each other without a bridge, but it didn't when I tried to set up that one for the steel mill. But I think it was because the train track was on a diagonal, which it doesn't really like dealing with. That's fine. This is what I wanted to have, it's just a crossing. But, oh well, that's okay. We bought a shiny bridge, it'll be fine. Yeah, so this one's doing okay. I think we will definitely be able to finish that this episode. Unless we end up having to take the speed down for something, but if I leave the speed up, I think we're probably going to be able to finish that. Hopefully with enough time to deal with whatever replaces it as well. That'd be nice. Starting to very seriously consider adding another vehicle, and by seriously consider, I mean I'm going to. So that symbol, I don't remember what these symbols mean. Well, either way. it's fine. So that will speed that up just that tiny little bit. And that would be good. There we go. That is done. With plenty of time left, so no trouble. We'll get a new mission today. That'll be good. And that mission shall be oil to Nant Hill. That sounds familiar. Yes, it does. That is one we are already doing. We've already got a boat sailing down here. This rig's production is getting pretty low, but for now I think should still be enough to get it going. Because by the time it sails all the way over to it, it generally has about 100,000. So as long as that holds out for 32 trips, we'll be okay. And if it doesn't, it's not a lot of oil on anywhere real near there, but if it comes down to it, we'll figure something out. But it just means I'll have to send a boat either way down here or way up here, which will be definitely not ideal, but it can be done, so it's okay. Alright. Are we likely finishing anything else this episode? If I had to guess, I'd say probably not. The only other ones with low or relatively low demand is the steel we just set up over here. But again, as we know, we're sharing it. So we're not going to be getting full speed out of either of these. I guess this one's technically slightly low as well, but it's male, which is always a very slow one anyway. So I don't think that's going to finish either. So yeah, I don't think we're probably going to be finishing anything else this episode, so what we'll do is we'll just let the time at full speed here. We'll let this run, see how close we can get. If we can get something ready for next episode, I'll consider that a win. And that will be fine. Excuse me. Alright. Check out how things are up here. How our docks. Well, they're holding up pretty well. And on this side, they're a little bit light on, like they have a few too many passengers, but we are right about to have several boats arrive, so it's not too bad. Let's go check on the other major boat ferry, which is the one way down here. See how this one's doing. This side, as usual, is okay. It's this side that's always a mess. And it's getting worse. Oh, great. Is this helicopter really helping? Probably not, but it was fun to build anyway. Well, at least the local authority's happy with me here, so they consider me doing a good job of moving their passengers. Yeah, their passengers are completely picked up. So that's fine. I could even add another one over here to try and accelerate the growth a bit. That might not be a bad idea. Let's do that. Let's add a little bus station. Somewhere over here. That way we pick up a bit more of the city, which should help it grow a bit. It's still very small, so it's got a long way to go, but that should help it a little bit anyway. Which is nice. But yeah, I really don't know what I can do about this other than just adding more and more boats and having them sitting here longer and longer. Like, it really doesn't help that much. You know? I could be wrong, but yeah, this bridge doesn't go anywhere. They put trees there instead of connecting this bit of road. That's kind of strange. So maybe I'll do a good deed for them here and fix that. There. Now that bridge is actually worthwhile, instead of simply being a bridge from here to that little tree. Strange people. Anyway. Strange, strange, strange people. Anyway. Yeah, this is getting this. In fact, it's even overloading on mail. I guess I'm going to need more of a mail boat. This side definitely does need, so maybe I just need more helicopters. Although they only haul, I think, 4? Oh no, 15. That's still really low, though. Yeah, helicopters aren't really that efficient. They're really good at, you know, short-range stuff. Like, if you don't want to send trains over it, like, for example, if they, you know, it's just massive hills or rivers or something. They're really good at, you know, because they are an air vehicle, they can ignore terrain. But they're really only good for short hops. This is really a little bit too long, what I'm doing here for a helicopter. I really should have used a plane, but I was never going to fit an airport in here. That's why it's a helicopter. So, oh well, that's okay. That's okay. I guess what I could do if I really wanted to, I could shovel some money their way to increase the size of their city. This one here, yeah. So you shovel a whole bunch of money their way, and then the city just arbitrarily grows. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? So what we'll see over the next few months is this city will start growing a lot of new buildings and new roads. So basically it's just going to grow. You're just channeling money in to help them. The population will jump up and down because as they build new buildings, they move stuff around. So the population itself will look like it's just going up or down a little bit. But when it's done, it will definitely have grown. But it does take several months. I could even redo the road network while we're at it, but I think the road network is okay right now. It does look decent. It's not too convoluted. Okay, see some of the buildings over here are finished building. The only slight downfall of doing this, I know it takes several months, but there's no indication whatsoever when it's done. So you can watch it for a while, then you'll see stuff like over here start building, and you're not really sure if it's from your funding or the town just building on its own, or who knows. Although the fact that they're now putting in sidewalks suggests to me that they're pretty much done, and we'll see that the that's nice. See how that helped. So we now have enough buildings nearby that we can now get goods. Not that I would bother, but that does at least prove that they've grown quite a bit. And you can see the population has added about 50%, because it was around 600, and now it's up to 900. So this was good. That will obviously help, because now we'll have more passenger traffic available. So, yes, it's a huge investment, but it does technically help a little bit. Will I ever make that $1.5 million back? Probably not, but it's okay. I like doing that once in a while, especially with these really small cities, because it really helps them. I'm not sure I would really bother in some cities, like, for example, these crazy large ones, like Sonchurch or knee pool. Alright, they're already enormous. There's not really a heck of a lot I could do with it. Well, that's neat. I haven't seen one of those kind of buildings before. It's very nouveau. But yeah, I mean, there really wouldn't be a lot of point. I certainly could do it. It wouldn't be a problem. Like, it should have... The option's still there, and it still costs about the same. But it'd be so hard to tell if you were actually doing anything, because the city itself is changing buildings so often that you would never be sure whether that was your funding or their own funding or what. So that's why I really prefer doing it to the really small cities, because then you know for sure it's you doing it, because on their own they hardly grow that much. So, but anyway, that's fine. Alright. Well, it looks like we are hitting time control, so at this point, I'm going to call that an episode. So until next time, folks, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.